Shalom, Holy Blossom. If you'd like to read up on Jewish trends, you may have heard about The Surge, a recent study of American Jewish life, quantifying key findings, and they match. They match what we've been experiencing here at Holy Blossom Temple over the last 10 months. People are leaning into their Judaism in new ways since October 7th. Although this is an American study, and yes, Canadian Jewry is unique in many ways, we can say with confidence, based on our own data here at Holy Blossom and based on a mountain of anecdotal evidence, that a version of these trends are also found right here in Toronto. I'll highlight 5 insights. 1, 43% of Jews expressed interest in increasing their engagement with Jewish life, and 23% have already taken that first step by attending a class, joining for a Shabbat service, or participating in some advocacy initiative. 2, the survey shows that 83% of American Jews who describe themselves either as only somewhat engaged, or not very engaged, or not at all engaged prior to October 7th, now a whopping 40% are showing up in Jewish spaces in greater numbers. This group, which is equal to 30% of all American Jewish adults, and nearly double the proportion of Jews who identify themselves as being deeply engaged, this represents the greatest opportunity for broadening and deepening Jewish life. Number 3, the surge includes individuals across all ages and life stages. 1/4 of the people who are leaning into their Judaism in new ways now are midlife, mid-career empty nesters. And 21% of the surge are singles between the ages of 18 and 34. It may not surprise you that it's this younger cohort that reports experiencing the most anti-Semitism. They have lost friends and social circles since October 7th, and they are craving real community. Number 4, this is about synagogue membership. 64% of U.S. Jews do not belong to a synagogue. Of this unaffiliated group, 37% say that now they would be open to joining. And here's an interesting note. Many of them already identify themselves as Reformed Jews. Number 5 is about Jewish education. 39% of Jewish parents in America indicate that they may now reevaluate or reconsider educational and summer programs for their children. And then there's one final point, which won't surprise you, but it's really critical, and I want to highlight it. When people feel the pull in the direction of Jewish spaces, they feel most comfortable and most welcome when they already know someone there, when someone personally invites them, and when they see themselves reflected in the crowd. So this points to where you come in, dear congregants. In your circle of family and friends and neighbors and colleagues, you must know of fellow Jews who are unaffiliated and just waiting for someone like you to say to them, "Would you like to join me at Holy Blossom Temple this year? I would be very happy to introduce you to my congregation and to attend a Shabbat or a holiday service with you. I really think you would find it meaningful." Or if you know of a young family that doesn't yet have a synagogue community to call home, they may just be wishing that you would say something like this to them. "Did you know that Holy Blossom Temple's wonderful nursery school has now expanded to include daycare?" Or, "I hear Holy Blossom Temple's new after-school program and Sunday programs are really fun for kids." Or, "I understand that Monday nights, Holy Blossom is the place to be for Jewish tweens and teens." And if you know someone in their 20s and 30s, whether single or attached, they may be just hoping that you would introduce them to our YAD program for young adult professionals and students. We have an amazing team of rabbis, cantors, educators, and outreach professionals who can help to welcome newcomers. It is our pleasure to do exactly that and to help them find their place here. But we need you to be ambassadors and to make that initial introduction. I know people can be shy about raising this conversation. Before October 7th, you may have thought that decisions about Jewish identity are private and that you shouldn't make it your business. But I would suggest that decisions about Jewish identity are not private. Yes, deeply personal, but not private. And decisions about community belonging and synagogue affiliation and Jewish learning, these are all decisions that are influenced by one's circles of family and friends. These are communal decisions. I've believed for a long time now, and now we have the studies to show that many people, some 43% of people, are just hoping and quietly wishing that someone they trust, someone just like you, will help to show them the path to a greater sense of belonging, a greater sense of connection, greater learning, greater security, greater self-confidence that comes with that security. So I thank you in advance for joining us in this expression of care and concern for our people at this time when they might otherwise feel lonely. I wish you a Shabbat Shalom and a meaningful month of Elul.